Hello everybody. This is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today is Veterans Day, and Miss Joan Roper, one of our followers, asked if we would do a pretty arrangement for Veterans Day, and so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start out with a glass container, a pretty nice size vase. The opening is a little bigger than the palm of my hand, so it's pretty nice size. I'm going to start out with some white hydrangeas. And I am going to slip the sleeves off of these, remove any of the foliage, cut that stem at an angle, and tuck it right into my container. Now my container is filled with fresh flower, food, and water. And so it is ready for these pretty flowers. I'm going to take a second stem of white hydrangeas and tuck that in. So really, I had 3 hydrangeas. I think 2 is going to be plenty for this container. Now, you know me, I really like to use a hydrangea as my base when I make a pretty arrangement, especially in this size container, because I find it holds all of my other flowers in place. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of, this is called Silver Dollar Eucalyptus. I'm going to tuck a little bit of this eucalyptus in just because I think it's so pretty. To me, greenery makes everything look a little more high-end and fancy. Okay, so there is a little bit of eucalyptus tucked into my container. Next, I'm going to come in with some blue delphinium. I didn't have very much blue delphinium, but I had a couple of stems, so I thought we would use that. This really comes off a little purple, but we're going to call it blue today. It pulls that kind of that blue color, so I think it'll work. You kind of have to work with them for a second. They're going to lean, but that's okay. When I add my roses, I'll get them to stand up for me. Next, I'm going to come in with some red roses. Excuse me, my nose is itching. I'm going to take and remove any of the petals that don't look pretty. And so these are called Freedom Red Roses, just a pretty little red rose. Take those, and I'm going to tuck these red roses into that hydrangea. And they're going to help me maneuver this delphinium and keep the delphinium standing up the way I want it to. Now these rose stems are a little short, and it's because I used them earlier this week in another arrangement. This is actually just a demonstration. I'm not selling this arrangement. This is just a pretty demonstration to show you a pretty red, white, and blue arrangement. And so I'm just using some roses that I worked with earlier this week when I made that trough arrangement. So now I'm gonna, there we go. That's looking a little better. This one stem wants to lean, so doesn't it? Isn't it funny how you get on a video and nothing wants to act right? So anytime your roses have any bumps or bruises on their petals, go ahead and remove that petal. It's not going to hurt the rose. All right. One more red rose. And I'm taking my flower knife or my little knife, and I'm cutting that stem at an angle. Next, I'm going to come in with these white mums. So this is a large white mum. I think mums are such lovely flowers and work so well in flower arrangements. They last a long time. So I'm going to take that pretty white mum and tuck it deep into that arrangement. I really think we're going to only need 2. So I just pulled this little netting off the bloom, cut that bloom at an angle, and just tuck that right into that arrangement. Now I'm going to add a little more foliage. So I've got several different types. I've got a little bit of seeded eucalyptus. So I'm going to take that. You can see that there's several different pieces that I can use in this arrangement. So I'm taking it, cutting it at an angle, and I'm just going to tuck it right below my hydrangea on the lip of that vase. What I love about seeded eucalyptus is it does a really great ring around the arrangement. And it kind of finishes it off, I think. This is Pittosporum. This is solid Pittosporum. My mouth won't work. Pittosporum comes in a variegated and then a solid green. And so this is the solid green. I actually just popped it in 2 different places. And so I have 2 different pieces that I can stick into the arrangement. And like this leaf has a little bump on it. I'm going to remove that leaf, but the rest of the stem is good. So anytime, always inspect your greenery and your different foliage, and remove anything that's not pretty. Now I think that's probably just plenty on the greenery. I have one more small piece on this silver dollar uke, so I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of it in this arrangement. And then to finish off this arrangement, to really make it look patriotic, I am going to take some little flags that I have. And these are little flags I found. I think we've had them since the 4th of July. So I'm going to take my little flags and I am just going to tuck them right into my arrangement. Now you can certainly add ribbon if you want to. Like I have some flag ribbon here that you could tuck into the arrangement if you wanted to, or you can tie it around the little neck of the vase. Honestly, I don't think this arrangement needs it. I think it's perfect with the flags and the fresh flowers. But I'm going to turn it around and let you see the back side. And sometimes you have to manipulate those long stems to make them act right. They don't always do everything you want them to. But there you have it. There, I think this might help. Let's add just a few stems. So this is called Israeli ruscus. I think my problem with the arrangement is this guy is just standing up so tall and he's all lonely up there. So I'm going to add a little bit of this Israeli ruscus just so that it doesn't look like, hey, I'm standing up here tall all by myself. There we go. I think that helps. It certainly helps from that side for sure. All right, guys, there is our patriotic arrangement. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about how we design flowers here or how we buy flowers or anything that we do here at the flower shop, please don't hesitate to ask down below in the comments. We're happy to answer any of those questions. And if you would, please subscribe to our channel so you can see more of these videos. I hope you have a wonderful day and we'll see you all real soon. Thank you.